I thought maybe I'd get us rolling a quick golf question to get the ball rolling. So we talked to many players. A lot of times you hear a lot about the greatest caddies they've ever played with over the years.
Yes.
Who's the worst caddy you've ever had?
Well, I was talking to a gentleman here this evening, and he's 80 years of age, and they tell me, Derek, what was your name, sir?
Dave Hollingsworth.
Yeah, and he still shoots his age, which is pretty impressive. He's talking about caddies, and well, I arrive in Scotland, and I'm playing in the British Open. And this caddy, I see him standing, they're going to introduce me. I see from the back, he's got a jacket on like this. I thought, boy, this is neat, this caddy's got a jacket on. And he turns around, he's got no shirt on and a tie. He says, my name is Davey. I said, Davey, nice to meet you. He says, this is great. He says, caddy. So we go out on the first, and I thought I'd make him on the first hole, I'd make him feel good. I need his advice. And I said, where's this putt, Davey? He says, I don't even know, but he says, keep it low. We get to the second hole, and there's this big bunker, a massive bunker. I said, Davey, can I carry that bunker? Oh, no, he says, you can't carry it. It's got 7 tons of sand and it's too heavy. Well, this guy is pretty bad. So now, I love to ask, I'm very interested in grasses and trees. In fact, if I may digress for a minute, one of the rules that's got to be passed in California, you've got to cut every one of these damn salvia trees down. This is sucking up the water. Every one of these salvia trees you see here, these eucalyptus trees, they take you 100 gallons a day. We have a rule in South Africa, and I want you to spread this. We have a rule in South Africa, you may not plant them, you've got to cut them down. When they cut them down, your water level comes right back up. And San Diego is a desert, and it's becoming more of a desert every single day, and water is one of the most important things in our lives. And we've got to use effluent water on golf courses from now on. I don't know how we're going to do it, but water is running out big time. But anyway, so now, we're going with the caddy, and I say to him,
let's have a meeting on that next
so I walk and I see this heather there, and I said to him, Davey, is this that stuff they call heather? He says, I'm a professional caddy, not a horticulturist. I mean, and then the last hole, I see he doesn't pick up these divots, and I said to him in the round, I said, he's carrying his bag like a shopping bag, you know. And I'm hitting these big divots, and he walks right by them, and I said, Davey, you've got to pick these divots up, man. We're a visitor here. We get to the last hole, I go to get my sweater out of the bag, and there are all the divots in the bag. And now I've got a tee off for the tournament with a caddy like this, can you imagine? And I mean, fortunately a caddy never meant as much to me as a man like Tiger Woods. I mean, Tiger's caddy, you know, he's got a yardage on every hole, he knows where the slopes of the greens and the grain and all these kind of things and the drop-offs. I never worried too much about that. I did it with my natural eye, but they're horses for courses, and there are different ways to play, and there's different ways to swing. What's your first question, buddy?
Well, you know, you're familiar with Pro Kids and the first team had a chance to tour the facility today. Tell us a little bit about what's impressed you with what you've seen so far.
I think one of the things that impressed me most was when Marty took me into that little room around the side of it. You see, education is the light. This great country, the greatest country that has ever existed. And I can never put enough emphasis on that. But your education, I don't think you're lying in the top 25 in the world with education. You should be number one. You should be number one, but number one by a mile. And so when I hear of anything that is connected to education, I get very excited. And I go into that room and I think of all these kids, mostly poor, would you say? Would you say, Marty, are most of these children from a poorish home? That they go in there now, and at a young age like that, they're learning how to earn points. And you said they get X amount of points for this, X amount of points for that. So you're educating them, and at the same time, they're learning that they've got to earn something. You get 10 points, as Marty said, hypothetically, you can go and play on a very nice golf course. So they're learning about business, about work, and earning things, and that's what's really impressed me. Whether some of them continue to play golf or not is irrelevant. But just to have this opportunity of being out here, I think opportunity is a big thing, and what a wonderful facility. My word, I know when I started, I just never thought that I ever see anything like this. And this is happening throughout the United States. The first tee program is unbelievable, molding the character of millions of boys.